Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our 2023 commencement ceremony. I am Dr. Neil Lisinski, the extremely proud principal here at Cary-Grove High School, and I have the privilege of introducing a few students to come up to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Could I have Kenneth Murphy, Alessandra Reyes, Angelica Pesavento, Brogan Hora, Tyler Madrewski, Kyle Kulisek, Liliana Jorgensen, and Robert Labuda. Please join me at the podium.
I got this. Yes.
Go ahead. Yes, we are.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Go Dragons!
Good job.
Graduates, you can now be seated. As you all know, we have a number of people in charge of different things for graduation, and for the past 5 years, I've been in charge of the weather. This year, I turned over those responsibilities to Mr. Bonkoski, so if anyone has any complaints or if it starts to rain or things fall over, please direct all comments towards Mr. B. Thank you, Mr. B. But I would like to thank a few people that have made today possible. First, I would like to thank my administrative assistant, Deb Claypool, for coordinating all the details of the day, including our program booklets and seat tickets. I also want to thank our administrative assistant to the vice principal, Mr. Miguel Rangel Garcia, for coordinating all the handicap seating arrangements. Finally, I'd like to thank our entire maintenance and grounds crew, led by our building operations supervisor, Mr. Cuauhtemoc Mendez, for all the setup of our ceremony. And finally, I invite all of you to join me in a huge round of applause for a group of people that have poured a lot into our graduating class. Can we all put our hands together for the Cary-Grove staff joining us today? Also, last summer, we unexpectedly lost a dear friend, a Cary-Grove alum and staff member, Mrs. Laura Jacobson. At this time, I respectfully ask that we share a brief moment of silence for Mrs. J, who is a fixture at the ticket gate for both football games and graduations. Thank you. I now have the privilege of welcoming all of our guests today, parents, grandparents, siblings, and other family members. We are pleased to have you here at Cary-Grove High School for our 2023 commencement ceremony. At this time, I would ask Michelle Vega Sarabia to please join me at the podium. Michelle is the daughter of Raphael and Angelina of Cary, Illinois. During her time at CG, she has been involved in German Club, Latino Leadership Club, soccer, Interact, and the National Honor Society. Outside of school, Michelle is involved in the Big Brothers Big Sisters organization, where she mentors a second grade student. She also works at Target and enjoys staying active. This year, she became a certified nursing assistant and an electrocardiogram technician. A staff member that had a huge impact on Michelle is her guidance counselor, Mr. Hurley, who always made her strive for bigger and better goals and made her feel like her best was enough. Next year, Michelle plans to attend the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, where she will major in nursing and hopes to minor in German. Please help me welcome Michelle Vega Sarabia to the podium to serve as our Master of Ceremonies.
Hola a todos. Como dijo el Dr. Lisinski, soy Michelle Vega y estoy muy emocionada de ser la maestra de la ceremonia de graduación de hoy. En primer lugar, doy la bienvenida a todos nuestros invitados hoy. padres, abuelos, hermanos y otros familiares y amigos, así como nuestro personal, gracias por estar aquí hoy para apoyarnos a los graduados. En este momento también me gustaría presentarles a las distinguidas personas sentadas hoy cerca del podio. Hello everyone, as Dr. Lesinski said, I am Michelle Vega and I am excited to be the MC for today's graduation ceremony. First and foremost, I welcome all of our guests today. Parents, grandparents, siblings, and other family and friends, as well as our staff, thank you for being here today to support us graduates. At this time, I would also like to introduce the distinguished individuals seated near the podium today. First, our vice principal and coordinator of so many of our school events throughout the school year, including prom, senior breakfast, graduation. Can we please give a round of applause for the next principal of Cary-Grove High School, Mrs. Saufert? Also, joining us from our district office administration, Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources, and former principal of Cary-Grove, Mr. Sargent. Additionally, we are joined today by a distinguished District 155 Board of Education member, Mr. Ludwig. Could we please give a big round of applause for Mr. Ludwig? And of course, welcome to our graduating seniors representing the class of 2023. We now ask that the graduating band members please join director Mr. Whalen and the rest of the band as they perform Bravo by Robert E. Foster.
Good job. Good start. Nice job.
At this time, I would like to introduce band teacher Mr. Whalen. Mr. Whalen will present the Cary-Grove Faculty Award.
Thank you, Michelle, Dr. Lazinski, administration, and the Board of Education. It is my honor to present the 2023 Faculty Award. What do you get when you combine unwavering dependability, infectious charisma, and an unmatched work ethic? The answer is our 2023 Faculty Award recipient. If you are wondering if you know this student, let me enumerate his many accomplishments. If you have been to a varsity home football game, you have seen him fearlessly leading our drumline for the past few years. Have you been to a Follies or musical? If so, you have heard him throwing down on the drum set in the pit. Have you attended a band or choir concert? Well, then you have watched this young man brilliantly play multiple percussion instruments, all at a very high level. You may have also heard his incredible creativity at any number of gigs he has played over the past 4 years with the Jazz Combo and Jazz Ensemble. However, he is not only an outstanding musician, he is a leader here at Cary-Grove. His bigger-than-life personality is on display in the many groups in which he has participated, the National Honor Society and Connect Crew, just to name a few. Somehow, he has also found the time to participate in speech team and most recently the spring play. And yet, his impact isn't felt only at Cary-Grove, but in the community as well. He has been a Boy Scout for many years and recently reached the level of Eagle Scout. He tutors outside of school and is very active at his church. It amazes me that he can find the time to accomplish so much and still make the time for the people in his life. I have watched him selflessly mentor younger students with patience and care. Personally, he has been there for me on so many occasions. He arrives early and stays late and always asks how he can help. This young man cares so much about everything he does, and it shows. Each year, the Cary-Grove faculty and staff vote for the senior they feel most embodies the spirit and the culture of Cary-Grove High School. This year, the decision was an easy one. I cannot think of a better candidate for this award than this student, and I am so honored that I was able to be the one to present the Cary-Grove Faculty Award to Sawyer Brashear. Congratulations, my friend.
Here, come over here. Congratulations, Sawyer. Done an excellent job representing CG over the past 4 years and exemplifying the values of what it means to be a Trojan. At this time, I would like to invite Christine Perkins to the podium to deliver her speech to the class of 2023. Christine is the daughter of Ruth and Jeff of Cary, Illinois. During her time at Cary-Grove, she was involved in speech team, swing choir, National Honor Society, fall and spring plays, musicals, and curricular choir. Outside of school, she spends her time working, painting, and cooking. Something interesting about Christine is that she loves bees because they serve as the perfect metaphor for small but mighty. A staff member that Christine would like to thank is Mrs. Suko. She has been fortunate to know Mrs. Suko for all 4 years of her high school career. She says not only has she been a great teacher and coach, but Christine feels that Mrs. Suko genuinely cared about her and other students. She was a person who you could go to for help for anything. She pushed you to do your best and was genuinely proud of you afterwards. After high school, Christine will be attending the University of Iowa to major in human physiology on a physical therapy track. Please join me in a round of applause for Christine Perkins.
Thank you to all the students, teachers, staff, and parents who made these 4 years what they are. Thank you as well to Dr. Lazinski, who's graduating right alongside us this year. When I was a kid, my parents had this atlas full of maps that we would use when we went on road trips. And on the way back to Illinois, I would look at the map of the suburbs of Chicago. I would look at all of the Chicago suburbs, and I would wonder, out of all of the suburbs, why did my parents choose to live here? Why was Cary the best place for my sisters and I to grow up? Now, I've seen Cary-Grove's unique spark. I see how we inspire people who used to look up to this school as kids to get involved once we're here. We hear so often as CG students that one of the best things about our school is how many different activities we can be involved in. We're told that you can be a football player and a swing choir kid. You can join academic teams and play varsity sports all at the same time. But it's not like this just because we can. Cary-Grove is like this because we want to. The reason our school is so successful is because from day one, the high schoolers we looked up to passed on their spark to us, just like how one candle can be lit by another. We got to witness their passion, their excitement, and now we radiate the same light. We don't just watch the winning team, we cheer for them. We don't stand and wave at the state send-off, we were on the bus. We got to experience firsthand Dr. Lazinski's snow day rap, Mr. Garris going viral on TikTok, and we got creative, bringing everything from mini fridges to kayaks instead of our backpacks to school. All along, our flame has been growing, and somewhere along the way, without us even knowing, we have lit the spark for the future students of Cary-Grove. Now, they keep our flame alive. To be CG is to be confident, to be achievers, to be leaders, to take in all you've learned over these past 4 years and not only be grateful for the experience now, but to use these lessons in the future. So now, as we sit together one last time, look at these people around you, and as the memories come back, think of all of the ways that these people have influenced you, and think of the ways that you are better for having known them. And just as others have impacted you, there is someone looking at you right now, thinking of the ways that they're happy that they have known you. These people around us are the people who took us from being kids, watching and waiting to see what Cary-Grove had to offer, to the people we are now. People who have taken action in their lives to create a better future. People who are now new graduates of Cary-Grove. Congratulations, class of 2023.
Great job. Thank you, Christine. Well said. I now would like to welcome back to the podium Sawyer Bashir to address his classmates. Sawyer is the son of Mark and Stephanie Bashir of Cary, Illinois. During his 4 years at CG, he has been in drumline, jazz band, jazz ensemble, jazz combo, pep band, pit band for Fall Follies and musical, swing choir, Trojan Voices, spring play band, NHS president, Connect Crew commissioner, speech team, math team, Spanish club, and Peach Fuzz. Obviously top on that list of accomplishments. In his free time, Sawyer is active in Boy Scouts, Crystal Lake Strikers drumline, playing in Cary Basketball Association, volunteering at his church on a weekly basis, and building beds for children across McHenry County. Sawyer, I thank you for carving out time to be at graduation today. One interesting fact about Sawyer is that you can find him on the Internet Movie Database for having been an actor in a movie. He would like to thank Mr. Whalen for teaching him to be a better musician, a better human, and for dealing with him over the last 4 years. After graduation, Sawyer will be attending Honors College at Purdue University and studying engineering. Please help me welcome Sawyer.
I just want to say I'm so glad I got my tears out of the way so I wouldn't have to cry during this speech. This is such an incredible experience to have that I would like to quickly thank the people who have made it possible. I'd first like to thank the administration here for letting me have the opportunity to talk in front of you all and share some parting words with the class of 2023. Then, Mrs. Nelligan and Mr. and Mrs. Suko for making sure my complete thoughts would be captured into words. And finally, my family. Mom, Dad, and Emerson, thank you for dealing with me through my highs and lows and motivating me to work my hardest every single day. The Rubik's Cube. It's synonymous with the idea of uniformity. 6 sides, bright and aligned with matching colors. This is what those who strive to solve a Rubik's Cube hope to accomplish. This translates into a feeling of safety, matching your neighbor, just like solving a Rubik's Cube. But when we stepped into Cary-Grove, everything changed. Our versions of what alignment and fitting in drastically changed seemingly overnight. Cary-Grove is a place filled with opportunity and expected involvement with the hopes of pushing each of our boundaries to find where on that cube we genuinely do fit. Our school is not a place to sit around and let life pass you by without jumping in. However, the culture is not about just getting involved. It is getting involved in your own way so that your own stamp becomes part of something bigger. Cary-Grove allows opportunities to discover ourselves through the adventures we choose today and will want to take in life tomorrow. Each of our spaces on this Rubik's Cube have led us to change our perception of who we are and who we want to continue to strive to become. In this process, most of us no longer needed to rely on the safe, familiar places of conformity as we embraced more of the Cary-Grove culture. But what were some of those paths and experiences that we took? Because there were so many. For some of you, it was suiting up for Friday Night Lights in uniform that played on the field or during halftime, or it was cheering from the sidelines or representing from the bleachers on those nights. Maybe it was watching our school win numerous state awards and championships, whether it be sports, academics, or arts. The stage became another home for so many of us here, through musicals, plays, and concerts. Let's not all forget about the dreadful day we all had to run the pacer test in gym class in hopes of getting into Friday gym volleyball. On the flip side, many will choose to forget navigating the nuances of learning over a Zoom class. Memories of, I can't hear you guys, you're on mute. We'll remember looking for and recognizing those smiles hidden behind N95s. Maybe one of our favorites was learning to connect with classmates again when restrictions were lifted. But we all know one we'll never forget is watching Dr. Lazinski go viral on the internet with yet another personal rap of his. I would drop a few bars, but now's not the time. All of these memories and opportunities we share have impacted our time in high school that led to each of our individual growth experiences. Each experience we encountered challenged us to learn more about ourselves, which will now take us in different directions. But no matter where we go after today, we will always be united when we say, we be CG, class of 23. The Rubik's Cube, once about fitting in with those around us and same-sidedness. Now, with a few shifts in a different direction, we can no longer look at the goal about fitting in, but rather going in our own direction, because we've learned to embrace our unique gifts over uniformity. As we gather here together one final time at Cary-Grove, I encourage all of us to continue to embrace our never-ending need to keep going in directions that will push us to explore new challenges and new experiences. There are going to be times where life pushes us to our limits and make us want to quit. But that is when we remember to keep going and growing in the process. It's in this growth that we remember that oftentimes that familiar, perfectly solved Rubik's Cubes leave us stagnant. To close, in the words of the band Chumbawamba, we realize that if I get knocked down, but I get up again, you are never gonna keep us down. Congratulations, class of 2023, and thank you very much.
Trust it, buddy.
At this moment, would the graduating members of the a cappella choir please join the rest of the a cappella choir? Our choir, under the direction of Mr. Bonkowski and Mrs. Hester, will perform The Kid Inside from Is There a Life After High School by Craig Cornelia.
soft hand on my old Angora sweater. I can hear my band, only now it sounds much better. I can see the kid I used to be on the stage, on the field, in the lunch line. I can feel her tugging at me. I can hear her say, always remember, never forget. Always remember, never forget. Always remember, choosing sides, never forget. Dancing in the gym, always remember. Saying something dumb, never forget. Being cheered by the crowd, always remember. The faces, the names, never forget. Who was popular and who was not. Remember the dates and the loves and the hates and the games. And when I think I forgot, there's a kid inside, keeping track, keeping score like it's all still important. There's a kid inside. Every time I think I don't care, I blink and she's there again. She's there again. Fighting ancient wrongs, humming old hit songs in my head. Singing, come along, come along, come along for the ride. To a time and place I cannot forget if I try. Always remember,
Amazing sports teams,
never forget.
incredible performances.
Always remember,
Dr. Lazinski,
never forget.
class of 2023.
There he goes again.
There she goes again.
And I never know when the breeze will blow with the rush of old sensations. Why the kiss should wake and my heart should ache every time I smell carnations. Something rings a bell, anything at all. All it takes is the slam of a locker or the switch from summer to fall. A change of season seems barely reason, but there she goes again. She's there again, humming a song, fighting ancient wrongs, humming old hit songs in my head. Singing, come along, come along, come along for the ride. There's a kid inside, place I cannot forget if I try. There's a kid inside, she goes again, she's there again. There's a kid inside, she's there again. There's a kid inside.
I would now like to introduce Board of Education member Mr. Ludwig to say a few words. Mr. Ludwig has been deeply invested in the Cary and Crystal Lake communities and has served on the Board of Education for the past 6 years. He is a lifelong educator and former middle school principal. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Ludwig to the podium.
What an amazing day for an outdoor graduation ceremony. Would all of our graduates' grandmothers please raise your hand high as you can to be recognized. No rain, no 90-degree temps. As my 3 children are graduating from Prairie Ridge, my mother started her prayers to the weather gods 2 weeks in advance. Unfortunately, her prayers only worked for her oldest son, your athletic director, Ryan Ludwig, who had an outdoor ceremony. I'm truly honored to be here representing our District 155 School Board and addressing you, the 2023 Cary-Grove graduates. Seniors, you will find that time moves much faster after you leave high school. 6 years ago, I had an opportunity to speak to the class of 218, and it seems like it was yesterday. I had the privilege to thank Jay Sargent for his 10 years as Cary-Grove principal. He then moved back into the classroom, served 1 year, and will retire this year as our Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources after over 30 years in our district. Can we have a big hand for Mr. Sargent? Today we say goodbye and good luck to your principal, Neil Lazinski, who will start his journey as our new leader in District 155 as superintendent on July 1st. Congratulations, Neil. And congratulations to your new Cary-Grove principal, Rebecca Saffert, who I guarantee will continue all the great traditions at Cary-Grove. Look out, Rebecca. I don't know if you want me to come back. Before I address our graduates, I'd like to recognize the most important people in your life. Moms, dads, brothers, sisters, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and friends. Thank you for your love, support, and guidance and friendship to our graduates. Cary-Grove staff, coaches, your time, commitment, caring, high expectations, and so much more will play a significant role in the success of our students in their future endeavors. Thank you. Years ago, as a middle school principal, we'd recognize our honor roll students. My words were simple to the students at that time. Life is all about choices you make from the minute you wake up in the morning until the time that you close your eyes and go to sleep. Should I wake up with my alarm clock or wait for my parents to tell me to get up? Do I eat breakfast or not? What should I wear to school? Do I do my homework or not? Should I study for that physics test? It is a proven fact that if you make good choices, good things will come your way. You had many choices throughout your days in high school. Good, bad, and missed. Some of you left choices on the table in high school. Only if I would have tried out for the school musical. Only if I studied for that test. Only if I did my homework. Only if I worked harder in the weight room. Only if I was kinder to the incoming freshmen. Only if I spent more time with my family. You will have many choices coming your way as an adult. Don't have any regrets in your future. I will graduate today. I will treat others kindly. I will always love my family no matter what. I will join the military. I will go to college, get certified in the trades, and finish what I started. I will become a public servant, a nurse, a doctor, police officer, firefighter. Whatever choices you make, you will make your family proud. You will make your teachers and coaches proud. On behalf of District 155 School Board, congratulations on your graduation day. Do great things in your life.
Thank you, Mr. Ludwig, and to all of our District 155 board members for their support. Before continuing our program, I want to recognize 3 staff members that are graduating with our senior class this year and entering retirement. Mrs. Tammy Olson, who has been a teacher and coach at CG for the past 30-plus years and collected over 500 wins as head softball coach. Mrs. Martha Mano, who has served as our school nurse for over 20 years. And Mrs. Kathleen Williams, who has been working as our math paraprofessional at CG for 11 years and served District 155 for a total of 26 years. All three of these staff members have built incredible relationships with the students and families of Cary-Grove. Thank you to Mrs. Olson, Mrs. Mano, and Mrs. Williams. CG will miss all of you. I also want to recognize a staff member who is unfortunately leaving us after this year. He has been an incredible resource for us and an outstanding role model for our students. A true servant to our community, we want to thank Cary Police Detective Paul Fatzinger for his 5 years as our school resource officer. I'd now like to take a few moments to recognize accomplishments by our graduating class. Please note that this section of the program today does not count towards my speech time, so please don't start the clocks or anything. Many of our graduates are wearing gold tassels today. These students are graduating with an amazing 4.0 GPA. Would this group please rise? There are an unbelievable 89 students standing in this class of 378. That represents 24% of this graduating class. And please note that for this class, it took an impressive 4.34 GPA just to crack the top 10%. Congratulations. You could sit. Would all students who have been recognized as Illinois State Scholars please stand? This means that as a result of their ACT and SAT scores, they rank in the top 1,500 of the 150,000 graduates in the state of Illinois this year. And this year we have 42 of those individuals in this class. Thank you. We would also like to recognize, you can sit, we would also like to recognize our National Merit Commended students. From a field of 1 million students, commended students rank in the top 5% of all students nationwide that took the preliminary scholastic aptitude test. This year we have 2 of those students. Emma Chen and Michael Will, please stand. Congratulations. This year, we also have one amazing student who scored in the top 1% of all those test takers and is a National Merit finalist. Would Aaron Wadzinski please stand to be recognized? Also in your programs, you will see a list of students recognized through our various content areas as distinguished department students. These are those that demonstrated passion and excellence in specific areas throughout their 4 years at CG based on the number of courses taken and the level of achievement in each subject. Would all of our distinguished department students please stand to be recognized? Congratulations. You may also notice that many of our graduates are wearing gold medallions. These symbolize their membership in our National Honor Society. This honor designates not only academic excellence, but also excellence in leadership, character, and service. NHS members, please rise to be recognized. Congratulations. Obviously, this group of seniors has done extremely well academically, so it shouldn't be a surprise that our academic teams have enjoyed tremendous success in the conference and at the state level. With those individuals who have been a part of an academic team that has won a conference or regional championship or gone downstate to compete in speech, academic team, math, science Olympiad, chess, or Scholastic Bowl during your 4 years, please stand to be recognized. Congrats. If you competed and placed in any of the various family and consumer science, industrial tech, or business competitions in your 4 years, please stand to be recognized. If you've earned a professional certification, such as a food handler, CNA, EMT, CNC, or other certifications, please stand to be recognized. Many in this class have participated in our preeminent fine arts program. Would those of you who have participated in our various bands, choirs, comedy clubs, speech team, theatrical and musical productions, or our phenomenal art showcases, please stand to be recognized. Additionally, would all members of the cast, crew, and band for Mean Girls please stand to be recognized? This group has been nominated for Best Production in the Illinois High School Musical and Theater Awards. Also, among this group is an individual nominated for Best Performance by an Actress, Tegan Sharkey. Well done. Athletically, the success of this class has been well documented. If you've been a part of a conference or regional championship team or competed at a state level competition in the past 4 years, please stand to be recognized. This group of seniors has also logged a remarkable number of community service hours in an effort to give back to their school and community. Anyone that participated in Interact, Friends of Rachel, CG Buddies, Connect Crew, Latino Leadership, and Student Council, please stand to be recognized. We would also like to recognize another well-rounded group of students that have a unique blend of accomplishments. Our cum laude graduates have a GPA of 2.75 or above, have a 95% attendance rate, have completed 25 hours or more of community service, have met the necessary academic growth benchmarks, and have had no major disciplinary incidents, and have taken at least one capstone or AP course while in high school. Would our 81 cum laude graduates please stand for recognition? So as I've mentioned, members of the class of 2023 have greatly contributed to their community through service hours. This class has logged thousands of hours over their 4 years, a total of 158 days worth of time. And that is just what is reported, so the number is much higher. Absolutely stunning. Well done to all of our Trojans. Continuing with service. There is a group here that has made the selfless choice to serve us all. Would all graduates wearing red, white, and blue cords today please stand as you will be joining the armed forces following graduation. Please join me in recognizing and thanking these young men and women. I apologize, I seem to have misplaced my speech.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, everyone, I forgot. I mixed up today, thought it was anything but a backpack day, and totally forgot to grab my speech out of the kayak. Welcome, everyone, to Cary-Grove for the commencement of the class of 2023. This was by far the easiest speech that I have ever written. And through the process of writing it, I found out that you really can ask ChatGPT just about anything, including how to write a graduation speech. Unfortunately, I failed to put a limit on the length of the speech, so please hang with me for the next 5 pages. But just to clarify, this speech is all my own. And this senior class has given all of us so much to be proud of. Overcoming the onset of the pandemic your freshman year was truly a defining moment for a class who has seen so much change in just 4 years of high school. But in response to the shifts that have taken place around you, each of you have adapted and changed in ways that have shaped you and prepared you for success after high school. Those in the audience today can attest to the changes they have seen in you physically, mentally, and emotionally over the years. They will say it feels like yesterday that you were taking your first steps and smashing cake into your face at your first few birthday parties. They probably recall you learning your first words, pushing you on the swings at the park, and repairing your many bruises with Toy Story or Dora the Explorer Band-Aids. As you grew, you became more independent. The training wheels came off the bike, the tee and tee-ball was removed, and your first words turned into you reading your first books. And then, before we knew it, you were behind the wheel of a car and making plans for life after high school. You all may not believe this, but your parents and grandparents will tell you that 18 years go by awfully fast, and we never know what tomorrow has in store for us. But this class, unlike any other class, understands that the course of life can change very quickly. One day, you're in freshman English class, and the next day, you're zooming into your freshman English class. The 9-period day schedule is all of a sudden replaced by red days and blue days and block periods. But through the adversity, this class has learned and grown in unique ways that we've seen play out during your senior year. First of all, you have an exceptional level of creativity. We not only saw this in formal ways through performances on stage and in art shows and in the band pit, but also in informal ways. I thought I knew what creativity looked like, but then I saw our seniors on anything but a backpack day carrying full kayaks, construction cones, mini fridges, air fryers, just about anything but the kitchen sink. Actually, I take that back. There was actually a kitchen sink as well. We actually did have one of you bring a kitchen sink, and adding to that, just this last week, we had a number of you walking around in what looked like professionally decorated and painted jeans, indicating your destination for next year. Well, as you all know, I too have a new destination next year as I take on a new role in District 155. So in the creative spirit of the class of 2023, I figured I should probably model the decorative clothing approach. Needless to say, you inspire all of us. And now you all know why my wife didn't come today. Your cheerful love of just having fun, expressing yourselves, and being together is truly what life is all about. Beyond creativity, however, this class has demonstrated a level of gratitude unlike anything I have ever seen. On prom day, I stood with a handful of other staff members holding the doors as many of our seniors walked into the Rosemont Convention Center. As you all entered, almost every single one of you thanked your teachers for simply holding the doors. Even the bus drivers commented on how many thank yous they received. This is a small but very significant gesture by a class of students that take nothing for granted. Furthermore, this year, senior members of our Latino Leadership Club organized a breakfast recognizing and thanking teachers that impacted them in their lives. On Veterans Day, our members of the National Honor Society went out into the community and delivered thank you cards and gifts to our local veterans. In November, our Senior Interact Club members made gift baskets for our bus drivers. And just last week, 2 seniors delivered handwritten thank you cards to one of our security officers in a show of appreciation for the way that he greets them at the door each day. This class has truly learned that when you are grateful, scarcity disappears and is replaced by abundance. Instead of seeing what you don't have or what you didn't get to do, you have developed an appreciation for all that you do have. And most importantly, you show that appreciation to others in your actions. This is incredible for a class that had so much taken away early in their high school careers. With everything you've learned and accomplished, I see a massive potential in all of you to lead. We've seen it in your immense amount of community service hours, the hundreds of BCG certificates you've earned, and the way you've conducted yourselves in the face of adversity. You are not here graduating today by accident or chance. You are here because of hard work, resilience, and the support of all those here in the audience. What we ask of you in return is to share your creativity, your gratitude, and leadership with the rest of the world. Whether you are heading to college, career, or the military, continue to lift up those around you as you have done every day that you've walked through the doors of CG this year. In a society that can sometimes be so focused on the next achievement or the next milestone, continue to have gratitude for what you have, what others bring, and see the world for what it is, a place of abundant opportunities. I personally want to thank the class of 2023 for 4 outstanding years. Congratulations to all of you, and go Trojans! Sorry, I didn't want the kayak in all of your pictures. So now, without further delay, the moment we've all been waiting for, will the entire class of 2023 please rise? Mr. Ludwig, I hereby attest that all of the students before you today have met all of the requirements of Community High School District 155 and are highly recommended for graduation from Cary-Grove Community High School. Mr. Ludwig and Mr. Sargent, please assist us in the presentation of diplomas. And at this time, please help me welcome our deans of students, Mr. Jim Kelly and Mr. Ryan Slattery, to read the names of the graduates. One more thing to do. And lastly, I respectfully ask that we refrain from clapping, shouting out, or using noisemakers until all graduates have been recognized. These kids only graduate once from high school, so we would hate for someone to miss their name being read. Thank you. Mr. Kelly, it's all yours.
Cameron Carson Adams. Carlos Aiden Altamirano. Emily Rose Anderson. Andrea Angeles Silva. Isabel Angeles. Fernando Angeles Suarez. Kathleen Apayez. Grace Elizabeth Apgar. John Thomas Henry Arndt. Ty Arnowitek. Rolando Daniel Ayala. Ryan Matthew Batt. Zachary Bauer. Tyler Robert Bechtold. Alexander Peter Belisiotis. Marina Berge. Fiona Elizabeth Black. Jet James Blanco. Luca Richard Charles Blome. Alexis Marie Rudin. Tegan Nicole Sobecki. Great job, Alexis. Sophia Juliet Salas. You're good. Alyssa Board. Madeline Bohat. Olivia Bogner. Georgia Quinn Boone. Alexis Jade Boreas. Reagan Elizabeth Bowen. Kelsey Elizabeth Bowers. Tegan Grace Bowers. Sawyer Edward Brashear. Jesus Francisco Bravo. Natalie Brazina. Abigail Elise Brock. Ella Grace Brown. Anna Elaine Brubaker. Carly Narissa Burns. Jacob Richard Burns. Thomas Andrew Burton. Kristen Lee Bush. Margaret Grace Bird. Yeah, thanks, Jake. Adriana Candido. Gabriella Rose Carlson. Regina Marie Carlson. Vaughn Allen Carlson. Benjamin Carmody. Nicholas James Carrick. Brendan Richard Carter. Owen Sarisa. Juliana Grace Chapman. Emma Yufan Chen. Emily Clara Churek. Camden Jeffrey Selak. Dominic Mark Simaluka. Mia Quinn Clemens. Samuel Burke Cohen. Brian Daniel Coles. Peter Ty Conine. Marco Fabio Conti. Estella Lawrence Copus. Tristan Daniel Copus. Diana Sophia A. Cortez. Taylor Alexandra Cotty. Ethan Patrick Covelli. James Henry Cox V. Nathan William Crick. Berlin Dang. But it'll jam up right here. Okay. Bailey May Dennert. Catherine Claire Desmet. Colin James Desmet. Yahir Diaz. Kylie Michelle Diorio. Faith Tilda DeMello. Joshua Robert Damagala. Nolan Matthew Donley. Amelie Dorchy, Luis Dorchy. Keegan James Dorian. Emily Grace Dotson. Zachary Tyler Dudek. Addison Isabel Dumelli. Benjamin Robert Duncan. Ryan L. Edwards. Robert Eichhorn. Caden Herschel Elliott. Lily Catherine Elliott. Tiffany Lynn Erickson. Hannah Eskilden. Zoe Nicole Eastup. Jacob Wallace Estes. Ella Rose Eric. Jane Noel Felix. Brian Daniel Fellison. Joseph Allen Fenning. Juliana Ferrara. Hannah Joanne Fisher. Merrick Chase Ford. Vince Frederick Franchi. Nathan Jeffrey Frank. Carly Danielle Friedrichs. Madeline Elizabeth Frischman. Annabella Gaffney. Erin Elizabeth Galfano. Owen Connor Galicia. Ariana Garcia. Allison Elizabeth Garsky. Joshua Kenneth Glacier. Cheyenne Glon. Maxim Glifka. Natalie I. Gogoladze. Ariana Gomez. Olivia Gomolinsky. Tyler Jacob Grom. Margaret Ann Gross. Richard Emil Guzman Albaran. Anna Noel Hawkinson. Lauren Elizabeth Hawkinson. Cameron J. Hafes. Elijah T. Halprin. Alyssa Marie Hammond. Emily Autumn Hamilton. Nathan Hamilton. Coleman John Hanson. Mackenzie Riley Hannes. Gabriel Quinn Hargrove. Kelsey Jean Harmson. John Patrick Harris. Hayden Harvey. Misha Grace Hahn. Riley Isabella Haynes. Macy Elizabeth Hine. Lucas Ethan Hennessy. Jaden Alexander Hernandez. Joseph Xavier Hernandez. Haley Michelle Herrera. John Benjamin Hills. Andrew Scott Hilpert. Gabriel Mark Hogan. Brogan William Hora. Abigail Sandra Howell. Jonathan Finvold Hunt. Emma Jean Hyde. Yaslin Izquierdo. Jenna Elizabeth Jablonski. Arya Jahaban. Juan Fernando Jara. Brasida Johnson. Liliana Silo Jorgensen. Alexander Monroe Joyner. Denise V. Calandindi. Michelangelo Theo Kanalakis. Jacob Runjan Kentaya. Timothy Jacob Casper. Maya Alicia Katsanos. Gabriel Aaron Katz. Jasmeet Lily Kaur. Colin Nicholas Kelly. Kendall Kennebeck. Patricia Quinn Kennedy. Benjamin James Klein. Marie Luisha Clicker. Ruby Marie Cochin. Alexis Madison Koenig. Melanie Faith Costi. Alexandria Eleni Kusiakis. Lindsay Ashlyn Kaunick. James Coy. Maximus Anthony Kroll. Layla Lynn Krish. Kyle Robert Kulisek. Nicholas Anthony Kundman. Charles P. Kwiatkowski.
Robert William Edward Labuda. Mia Elizabeth LaFin. Gianna Marie Lamantia. Trevor Roy Lambs. Aaron Lazaro. Gabriel Lazaro. Jesus Lazaro. Juliana Yunin Lemus Dimas. Daniel Leon. Jasmine Leon Juarez. Luis Jesus Leon. Ariel Christine Lepley. Bradley Dennis Liebert. Caleb Nicholas Licari. Jamie Lynn Lieber. Nicholas John Liskey. Tyler Ryan Litgen. Antonio Carmen Lobue. Mia Bella Lomanico. Gabriela Itzel Lopez. Tomas John Lupa. Anthony Joseph Lutz. Vincent William Lutz. Jared Lawrence Lynn. Grant Richard Magic. Adrian Alexis Magana. Roberto Magana Fulgencio. Maddox Trey Manthe. Victoria Grace Merrick. Mia Alicia Marin. Ethan Adam Marquis. Jake Ryder Martin. Isabella Ava Martinez. Cameron Page Martirano. Molly Cecilia Mason. Ryan Mason. Natalie Margaret Massett. Ryan Parker Matris. Charlie Anya Matulevich. Zachary Evan Mazek. Gabrielle McLeish. Shay Ellen McClory. Jacqueline Camilla Mendez Angeles. Connor James Merlette. Tyler Michaelis. John Jacob Miles. Danica Andreen Miller. Jacob Michael Mitch. Zachary Carl Mianes. Tyler William Madruski. Dominic Allen Mokry. Kenneth C. Murphy. Emily Sarah Nakian. Victoria Jordan Nekvatal. Abigail Marie Neenan. Seth Alexander Knifing. Vivian Rose Nelson. Nicholas Nafelt. Grace Rose Nichols. Annika Jane Nordine. Sophie Bonfil Nordquist. Anthony Michael Norwood. Grace Elizabeth Osheb. Hunter Scott Ockeltree. Kennedy K. O'Connell. Move forward, guys, move forward. Joshua Alexis Oliveras. Jocelyn Jeanne Onstadt. Alexa Osorio. Eric David Overby. Anna Rose Pappas. Richard Park. Nathan Thomas Pachada. Evelyn May Perez. Isabella Nicole Perez. Christine Marie Perkins. Catherine Nicole Perkins. Mariana Angelina Perricone. Lucas Lane Perry. Angelica Lynn Pesavento. Stella Rose Petersdorf. Meadow Therese Pfeiffer. Nolan Wilson Pajeski. Taylor Ann Prusill. Ashton Mackenzie Proctor. Morgan Province. Nicholas Marianne Pusick. Jennifer Quintana. Isabel Adriana Ramirez. Hunter J. Randolph. Madison Marie Reed. Nathan Robert Regeniter. Brooke Marie Reineking. Alexander Roberto Reyes. Javier Daniel Rico. Brock David Reamer. Gabriella Riley. Haley Lynn Ritter. Corinne Kristen Robinson. Alexi Rodriguez. Juan Jaime Rodriguez. Leslie Rodriguez Contreras. Carson Wesley Rame. Meg Rothermel. Nicholas Patrick Rojan. Sean Michael Rudin. Jack Michael Rimza. Ada Seletnik. Reese Elizabeth Salis. Amelia Marie Sanchez. Alexandra Sacedo. Andrew James Savoni. Billy L. Sawicki. Shayla Jess Schilling. Alexander Robert Shupe. Dane Patrick Schuster. Alyssa Grace Schwarm. Anthony J.W. Scrivener. Tyler Matthew Sita. Peyton Elizabeth Seibert. Allison Marie Sepsi. Mary Marchant Sessoms. Andrew Joseph Sestito. McKenna Colleen Sharkey. Tegan Macy Sharkey. Lillian Sib. Jocelyn Mercedes Silva Cruz. Gabriel Timothy Simpson. Joseph William Siragusa. Ariel K. Scoff. Brock Lawrence Scoff. Jacob Paul Slota. Christopher Zepeda Smith. Calvin Richard Sorensen. Maeve Sorensen. Alexandra Tatianova Stanchava. Daniel Thomas Stauder. Nicholas Adam Stedman. Andrew Michael Steele. Kendall Shea Stefanik. Anthony Michael Steff. Angeli Marie Stewart. Gavin Stoner. Isabel Elaine Strader. Madison Strike. Christian Michael Sullivan. Cecilia Lynn Svoboda. Owen Sinek. Nicholas Norbert Thomas Sanfransky. Kate Joyce Talarico. Maddox Joseph Tarasevich. Tyler Joseph Telson. Lindsay Grace Thalamer. Vanessa Ray Thielbar. It's all right. Brandon Josh Thompson. Jacob Randall Thompson. Mitchell Aaron Thompson. Joseph Gianluca Toniolo. Caitlin Joy Townsend. Elizabeth Nicole Travia. William Robin Van Dyne. Michelle Veronica Vega Sarabia. McKenna Barbara Vishen. Colin James Puyat Vidadich. Catherine Holly Vogt. Mia Renee Vongsiri. What did I miss? Oh, Sophia Kathleen Vividelli. My apologies. Good catch. Mia Renee Vongsiri. Sophie May Vongsiri. Aaron Jameson Wadzinski. Leah Nicole Wagner. Lucia Rose Wagner. Christopher James Weber. Delaney Ann Wells. Joshua Darrell Wellew. Logan Andrea West. Joshua David White. Allison Renee White. Olin Thomas Wigdahl. Michael Bryson Will. Tyler Michael Willie. Jesse H. Williams. McKenna Nicole Witherow. Mary Wittenberg. Haley Rose Wurst. Satya Tristan Yalamanchili. Trey Joseph Yerub. Henry Mitchell Young. Selma Daniela Zamora. Anthony Joseph Zamudio. Jennifer Zamudio Espinoza. Aiden Joseph Zepeda Gonzalez. Well done, everybody. Congrats.
Nice job, Slash.
Seasoned veteran.
Oh, those names. My goodness. You're kind of towards the end of it with the S. Let's hear it for him. All right, Trojans, please rise. Yep, get ready to throw the caps. Photographers, get ready for the caps to be thrown. Ladies and gentlemen, members of our Board of Education in District 155, I present to you the Cary-Grove High School graduating class of 2023. Go Trojans! Mr. Whalen, the recessional, please.